This player tried to score a goal, but she stumbled and fell, and then her friend tried to cover her after she was embarrassed in front of the cameras.
Or it does look like Rachel Daly might have in that.
In his last match of his career, Roger Federer achieved a genius final kick by passing the ball between the post and the net. But this tennis player tried to imitate him. He hit the ball and it hit the post and then came back to hit his sensitive area. It sure hurts. Belgian jockey Christophe Soumillon knocked down Irish rival Rosa Ryan, shoving her in the middle of a horse race. She was banned for 2 months due to this misbehavior. This player prepares to jump with a stick, but fails miserably and eventually somersault. These players were playing badminton in a gymnasium in Taiwan, but suddenly the roof collapsed due to a 6.9 Richter earthquake. They were lucky to be able to escape in time. After this Australian player was interviewed live, she stammered and said, "I'm good from behind." Everyone there laughed and the situation turned very funny. It was in the presence of her mother.
Win this game, I'm done. So I'm good from behind. Oh.
Not gonna go there. Come here. Come back here. You're still young.
During the women's volleyball match, one of the players threw the ball so hard that it hit the head of a player in the opposing team and it fell to the ground. Worst throw ever? This girl slapped the photographer's face while she was photographing her during the celebration. The baseball player blocked the ball in the right place, or he blocked it in his sensitive area until it fell to the ground. This player catches up to block the ball and hits this wall, and then throws the ball to the opposing team, but the player flew over his opponent to catch the ball and make a run for his team. That was wonderful, wasn't it? Ronaldo embarrasses a fan and refuses to take a picture with her in a strange way. During the formation of the pyramid in basketball, this fan fell to the ground. This man carried her to the dressing room. Unfortunately, it slipped while being transported. The perfect angle for the camera. The camera captures a funny scene during soccer training. A mountain biker takes a spectacular mud dive during a race in Canada.
You win!
Rafael Nadal bumping his head during his pre-match routine. A woman takes a watermelon to the face after a launch goes horribly wrong on The Amazing Race.
Oh God.
At the gym, a man falls off the treadmill looking at a hot babe and manages to do push-ups when she looks at him. During a volleyball match, one of the players will smash and score 3 headshots on 3 players of the opposing team. When a soccer player celebrates his goal in front of the opposing team's fans. Inevitably, this bothers some.
Na terenu, a ne među navijačima Zadra. Domaći nakon zgoditka.
Watch a large number of people fall in a women's cycling race in France. This crowd has been documented on camera. This player received a hit with the ball in a sensitive area of the opposing team. I hope he is fine. This is the most important part of this video. I know you will leave the video after watching it. but there are more best shots you will see in this video. This beautiful player managed to impress everyone with her jump, but her clothes fell and she was embarrassed in front of everyone while she was adjusting. This player was preparing before coming to a match, but this was embarrassing in front of the coach. This referee tried to pass the ball but failed miserably and fell to the ground. This player gave this girl a life jacket and then pulled her hard. This player was trying to catch the ball, but it was embarrassing when he fell. This player couldn't get the ball, so he did that. This player was angry with the referee, but his reaction was shocking as he spit on the match referee. This goalkeeper did not know that there was a player behind him, so he stole the ball as he dribbled the goalkeeper and scored the goal. This player wanted to come down these stairs in his favorite way, and that was great, wasn't it? This player got the ball in the face after the player of the opposing team made this move. After this player jumped from this height, he failed miserably because of this stick. After this player rides with his disguise and walks with her, the situation did not go as planned, where he crashed over this place. This tennis player was trying to catch the ball, but one of the fans hugged her. Her reaction was funny. The tennis player frightened the boy standing in front of him. This is due to his goal celebration. This tennis player was unlucky when the racket got stuck in her hair while she was trying to score. This player lost the tournament, so he broke the racket and cried like a baby. This match referee was so beautiful that she would have given a card to this player, but she took a cotton pad from her pocket and wiped her sweat. Messi and Marcelo have dropped this referee because of the opposition that occurred between them. This player was giving a live television interview, but another player touched him in a sensitive place. The female journalist who was next to him laughed.
Okay, it means so much to this. MVP!
Men goes flying on treadmill during interview.
Obviously, I'm an ex-athlete myself, but I'm never going to be able to be as fast as those guys, am I?
Cameraman causes chaos at World Championships. He was seen standing in the middle of the track near the finish line looking for the money shot in one of the field events happening inside the Hayward Field Athletics track in Eugene, Oregon. Maria's player opposed the referee's decision, so the referee gave him the appropriate lesson.
Uh-oh, chew on that. We've got
This player gave water to her colleague, but she could not put it in the right place, so she taught her how to do it. Neymar was trying to tie his shoes, but one of the players joked with him. After the player scored this goal, but he got confused in the way of celebration and fell in this place. Please don't open your mouth too much because there are insects on the playing field. It can be swallowed. After this player got the ball and when he was trying to shoot the goal, but the unthinkable happened as he shot his shoe into the goal. For me, this is the most embarrassing situation in the sport, as these two players had a collision and that happened. This player tried to defend his goal, but stumbled and crashed in this place. The referee tried to intervene between them, but he received the appropriate lesson in his face. He almost fell into a coma. The basketball player scored a goal, but his reaction was shocking, and he acted inappropriately with the referee. This player jumped in the wrong place. He was excited enough that it happened.
Whoa. I've never seen a...
The ball collector hit this barrier after picking the ball. As this rider arrived with his motorcycle, he fell to the ground because of this thing in front of him. This player suffocated because of this ambulance man who was covering his face.
Und hat heute nichts zu lachen. Die Lacher hat dafür dieser Rotkreuzmann auf seiner Seite.
After they rescued this player, they dropped him to the ground again. Indeed, they were beginners. The goalkeeper passed the ball, but the ball hit this player and went straight into the goal. This goalkeeper takes the ball out of the net but fails miserably and bumped into his face. Cristiano Ronaldo jokes with his player, but he got hurt by this behavior. This player was embarrassed by the players of the team, and they did not make this move with her. After this player was intercepted, he stumbled and entered that door. After losing this player, her reaction was shocking, as she broke the racket in this way.
Sloopt daar de umpire stoel, dat was ook grappig om te zien trouwens.
The coach of this team raises the player after he fell to the ground. This was funny. This rider was the first in the race, but he tripped and fell off the horse. This player tries to pass the ball, but the player of the opposing team stops him. He even threw it in the sensitive area. This journalist gives an interview to this player, but the situation did not go as he had planned, where a stray ball hit him in the face. This player dropped a reporter who was doing his job live. This was funny and embarrassing at the same time.
Or was it for real?
No. But the best part was
his face didn't change.
No, yeah. When somebody grabbed my
your face goes
man, that's what I think.
This player bumped into this column. He was running fast but failed. This player tried to give this thing to this journalist while she was broadcasting the news live.
Was locked in, little smelling salt. Make sure she's okay. Look at the reaction.
This player was showing off his strength in front of his opponent, but the opponent knocked him down with one hit and he celebrated the victory. When this player was training, the cameras were pointed at her, and she doesn't know that. After this player won, she danced in front of the camera. This woman covered this boy after he was in an embarrassing situation in front of everyone. This player laughed when she looked at the player of the other team and did not stop laughing even though the match had begun.
זה לא נעים, זה לא לעניין מה שקורה כאן עכשיו. מכבד את היריבות. ויוליה.
After I scored the penalty, I celebrated in such a way that everyone who watched it laughed, and I did this. This goalkeeper wanted to pass the ball to his friend, but the unexpected happened. when the ball hit the team player and entered the goal. The referee wanted to give this player a card, but she fell into an embarrassing situation. This rider fell off the horse in an unenviable position in front of the cameras. Neymar failed to tackle the Senegalese player Sadio Mane and put him in this embarrassing situation. The photographer had collided with this player who was dancing. This player passed the ball inappropriately and it hit this boy, but he apologized. This player tried to catch the ball, but his reaction was shocking as he attacked his coach. This player was preparing to jump from this place, but failed miserably and fell into the water. This rider makes these moves with this motorcycle, but he fails and falls to the ground. Those players smashed that glass. Everyone was terrified by this act. This player makes embarrassing movements in front of her audience. This player tries to get the ball into the net, but the unexpected happened as he entered the net and fell to the ground. This player is getting ready to hit the ball but has an embarrassing situation because of her clothes. This journalist was interviewing this man until that happened and they dropped the journalist to the ground.
Cameron Robinson and what?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic kicked his friend in the head while he was in this interview.
Assolutamente sì, però sempre nel cuore della Sampdoria.
Questo è il colpo di taekwondo di
This referee gave this player a red card, but the player's reaction was shocking, where he raised the t-shirt to the referee. After this player fell to the ground, he rose and danced in front of the referee with a sense of humor. The tennis player did this to her clothes, and it was documented on camera. The tennis player smashed the racket due to his loss in the league. This player dances to celebrate the championship. Certainly this was great. This player is preparing to start the tournament. It made everyone who watched it laugh because of this behavior in front of the audience. This was embarrassing in front of the camera. After the referee dropped this player, the player gave the referee a yellow card. This sports broadcaster was doing a news report until this guy came and made a joke for him as he covered his eyes with this material. And this was live.
Come on. Rick! Rick!
This referee kicked this player in the foot, and this was recorded on the camera. This player touches the match referee in her feet, but her reaction was funny as she hit him on the head. This Saudi reporter was harassed during an interview with this player. This player gave this t-shirt to this fan, but when he tried to take it, he fell to the ground. After this player scored the goal, but his way of celebrating was funny as he jumped and fell behind this barrier. This reporter was meeting this player until some players came and sprayed water on them. This player's celebration turned into destroying the electronic devices. This was embarrassing in front of the camera. This player was surprised by this beautiful girl and was looking at her in a strange way. This player passed the ball to the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper failed miserably to block it and entered the goal. I think her clothes spoiled her game.
It's a massive mistake. And they start.
This journalist interviews the player Cristiano Ronaldo, but his reaction was shocking when he threw the microphone into the lake.
Preparados para este jogo hoje?
This player got excited enough as she was screaming hard while playing. This player was embarrassed by the opponent's player who dragged her into this place. This player threw the ball but caught the ball and fell to the ground in an embarrassing situation. Instead of kicking the opponent, he kicked the referee and dropped him to the ground. This player put a ring around the neck of this player, but dropped it to the ground. This player cried because of this missed opportunity, and then did this thing to her clothes. This tennis player smashed the racket hard on the ground. This girl tries to train on this rope, but falls to the ground in this awkward position. This player interrupted the live broadcast of this journalist as he was making these movements in front of this journalist.
To stand right in front of her shot, waving to somebody in the stands. Meredith never, ever got flustered, didn't skip a beat, and Abad had no idea what he was doing. How annoying was that, Meredith?
Michael, a lot of nerve, right? Could you believe?
While this reporter was interviewing this player, one of the players made this bad joke. This player raised her leg in front of her fans. This player dropped himself on top of this crowd and then stood up with the help of one of the fans. This player tried to save the ball at the last time, but he hit this barrier. This player failed miserably in passing the ball. This old man wanted to hand over the cup, but he fell to the ground and was unable to deliver the prize. This player has smashed all the barriers in this game. This girl cut off this rider's path, and he crashed over this girl, and then they fell to the ground. You have to look at where you will pass by, because this girl caused the loss of this player. This player got into the worst embarrassing situation, as he tripped and fell because of this photographer. One of the crowd threw these things at this referee until he fell to the ground. This player raised her leg for this man in order to clean her shoes. This player was resting in place until one of the fans threw this thing at him. This player embarrassed this announcer when he took that t-shirt off and talked like this.
This is the greatest day of my life. You're doing great, guys. Tarps off for the boys. Tarps off for the boys. I got your back.
The ball collector embarrassed Cristiano Ronaldo when he threw the ball to another place. This thing lost control and crashed into that glass. This player was preparing to enter the stadium until this referee signaled her to enter. But the referee put this player in an embarrassing position because of raising his hands in this way. After this player hits this goal, she celebrated inappropriately, as she removed the t-shirt and fell to the ground with her friend to put herself in this embarrassing situation.